Awesome. Thanks very much,
Are you
guys.
at home on the stream ready to go? I can't hear him. I don't know.
No, I heard
I'm
them.
assuming they're ready to go. Yeah, okay.
All right, so the
They
countdown
told you.
has begun. Moving into Game 1 between OGSMC and IMBA FXO Strelok. The map is going to be Antigua Shipyard. And you're taking a sip of coffee, so I'll continue to talk for a little while. As down here at the bottom right-hand corner of Antigua Shipyard, we have IMBA FXO Strelok spawning as our blue Terran player. His opponent here at the 2 o'clock position is the one and only OGSMC spawning as our red Protoss.
That's right. And down at the bottom of the map, did you already introduce both players? Did you? Wow, I need to drink this coffee faster.
So
hey,
good.
Antigua Shipyards, let's talk about the map a little bit. Let's change the subject.
Bam.
We've got positions that actually will help out Strelok quite a bit. He'll be able to kind of put that defensive stance on if he decides to play for a more defensive TVP. The thing he really needs to worry about in these positions, though, is those back rocks to his third base. MC can break through those, start the harassment. Yeah, we'll have to see how this all develops, but I think overall Strelok's going to kind of like these positions.
Yeah, certainly. We'll see if he's going to be able to take advantage of those. Haven't watched his Protoss play in a while. Like I said, back when it was all the way back in IPL 2 and even through the qualifiers to an extent.
Yeah.
A lot of 2 ranks Mass Marines openings, things like that, putting on some pressure and then just teching up through there. But I want to see how he's going to handle a suddenly resurgent OGSMC who has been tearing up this pool so far.
MC's getting scary again, man. I mean,
really
that's,
is.
For a while, I mean, in Korea, I would talk to the players and they'd be like, MC? Oh, no problem. But now, I think things are going to change again. I think people are going to fear OGSMC like they used to here.
Yeah, and Strelok going with the psych out on the gas there for a second.
Yeah, I saw that. It's like he debated for a second. Okay, he did put down the gas. Oh, putting it down on 14, actually, which is a bit interesting. There's not usually a big reason to put it down on 14 rather than 13. In fact, in a lot of cases, putting it down on 14 is actually going to screw up the gas income, of course, for doing different types of openings that need gas in TVP. So,
you know,
I'm a little bit surprised there.
If he's looking to hit some sort of a reactor Marine opening or a concussive shell opening, though, shouldn't throw him off too bad. He should still be fine in that circumstance, as he is going to have gas ready for those sorts of upgrades here in Attack Lab after this first Marine comes out. On MC's side of things, no gas still. He's, we're 20 supply in, just a gateway producing a zealot for the time being.
Well, you know, this is OGSMC we're talking about. He likes to play as greedy as he possibly can, so I would not be surprised at all to see him do a 1-gate gasless fast expand. And look at that, the Tech Lab going down right away for Strelok as well. He had just enough gas with that. And he could do one of two things here. What I think we're going to see is a Reaper expand from Strelok, but he could just go ahead and start producing Marauders, get concussive shells, and do an early push as well.
And there's that concussive shell push. Yeah. There you are. And like you mentioned before, we do have the one Gateway gasless FE coming out of MC. And a couple of Marauders here with Conch Shell could actually prove to be quite problematic.
This is a great decision by Strelok, because here's the thing. What's the one thing that really slows down players that go Tech Lab first against Protoss? And the answer is no sentries. And you know what? If Strelok does that really early push and he's making the Reaper, so it looks like he is planning on doing that Marine, Marauder, Reaper super early push with a couple SCVs maybe, he could possibly do some damage to MC, get him to pull a couple probes, get a couple easy worker kills. We'll see though. I mean, it depends on how aggressive he wants to be. He's sending it out, so...
And he actually has a Reaper coming up that's going to drop him behind as well, so we'll see if he can pull some units away. Second gateway is up, Warp Gate technology just coming up at the moment. And it looks like a Stalker following this, but it's got a little while before it actually does manage to come up. We already have one Marauder making its way out and that Reaper trailing behind. One
Marauder can handle one Stalker pretty easily, so I think MCs might have to struggle a little bit. I think he's certainly going to need to pull probes. This is kind of an evolution of an earlier push. Now we have the Reaper added in. The Reaper's moving into the main right now.
Yeah, yes indeed, and it's going to be able to pick away a couple of kills, actually taking out probes that are trying to attack it. But that Reaper's going to be able to do quite a bit of damage. It's already paid for itself by taking out 2 kills.
That's awesome. And you know, Strelok not putting as much pressure on as I thought he would. I feel like he could have done a little bit more damage there. He wants to play safe. You don't often run into Protoss players that don't have a sentry ready for something like that. So you can't blame him for doing it. But either way, getting a couple probe kills, that's perfectly fine as well.
I'm a little shocked, though. I mean, he forced, or not forced, but he's causing, I guess, MC to produce a few Stalkers. But he's allowed him to take this expansion relatively unmolested. We have a Reaper that's still poking its face around the map, but I mean, it hasn't really. I mean, it took a couple of kills. I thought he was going to try and push in a little bit longer with that, or draw the Stalker away while he did some more damage with the Concussive Shell Marauder at the front, but just didn't happen.
Well, you can tell Strelok is really buckling down, really trying to play safe here. He wants to win in this match, wants to get himself a better seed here, so he's going to be, you know, just really safe in his play. And so that's okay. I mean, this isn't the point in the game where you absolutely need to get in and do damage to, so I wouldn't worry about it too much.
Right.
But we'll have to see how MC follows this up, though, now.
Certainly. I would expect, you know, a mass gateway timing attack or something along those lines. Nonetheless, that Reaper's making its way back in. MC was a little unprepared. Dusk managed to get 2 more kills, so paid for its weight. No problem
absolutely.
There. We have 2 more gateways being added to the mix now. 3 more, actually.
Okay, so
4 more.
6
gateways.
Yep. That's right. Learning to count with cat's pajamas. That sounds like a children's show, doesn't it?
I like it.
Yeah, the
a little
ID
creepy,
works out okay. Well, I don't know. You're not a creepy guy.
You don't know well enough yet.
Could you guys see Cat's Pajamas with his own kids show, maybe? What do you think? It's... all right. Yeah. Teaching kids about math and beards and things. It's cool. I like it.
I hate children.
That's the most horrible thing I've ever
heard.
Dude,
I taught piano for a lot of years. You don't understand.
Okay.
Anyway.
I could also see you being like, you played it wrong and just slamming the piano thing down on the kids' fingers. They're like, no,
I get like 4-year-old children. I was like, this is a C, play it. Bing, that's a D, next one down. Bing, that's a D, next one down. Bing, that's a D, next one down.
Wow.
And it just never ended, so.
Well, that's why I never learned to play piano.
Yeah, and that's why I hate kids. All right. So here we go. We have 3 racks up now. We're finally adding a starport into the mix as well. Oh, I thank you. Reactor being added, so this will be a pretty typical MMM force. And it looks like, to the moment, old MC's just going to try and hit some sort of a timing.
You know who else who doesn't like kids, actually? John the Translator. He doesn't
I'm
like
not
kids.
surprised at all.
It's true. He's told me in the past that he doesn't like babies specifically. So, I don't know. It's just John the Translator.
Image of John just kicking a child.
Doesn't like babies.
Anyway,
what can you do?
Marauder patrolling back and forth now. He's going to intercept this force coming out for MC. Strelok's pretty well defended, though. Already has 2 barracks up at the front. This factory is going to provide vision as well and draw a little bit of fire from the Stalkers. That poor probe gets blasted to pieces.
He got the information. He did what he needed to do. SCV's in front, interestingly enough, trying to counter the force fields in back of the bunkers that you usually see. But we'll see how they do here. They're auto-repairing the factory accidentally, a little bit of a drawback of having them on auto-repair and having your factory flying around to do some scouting, the SCVs. Yeah, they can be kind of dumb sometimes. They're like, there's a bunker getting shot. Well, this factory, it needs some help, man. We got to save the factory.
And, there we go. Here comes the engagement. Guardian Shield goes down. Going to protect against these ranged units quite well. Most of the units making their way up the ramp. Is he going to be able to take down the bunkers pretty quickly? No. Bunkers are remaining for quite a while, but a lot of the units are being focused through tiny little chokes, and it looks like MC's going to have enough to go through the first line of units. Yeah,
MC doing some damage here. The bunkers have remained a decent amount. The second bunker does go down. And that is it. No more bunkers here. MC's just going to bull rush his way right in.
Yeah,
he could do some damage here.
Incredibly impressive because Strelok pulled SCVs in advance to go ahead and counter those force fields, as you were talking about before. He was well prepared with a couple of bunkers. He set up a nice concave, had the whole 9 yards going, but MC still found a way to just muscle his way in.
Yeah, it looks like MC is waiting for another round of warp-ins, wants to get plenty of zealots there. That's a good idea not to be too aggressive with it. This 6-gate timing is so difficult to hold off if you're a Terran that does that barracks expand and you only have, 2 bunkers. It's very difficult. And here we go, Zealots in a good position here.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of units going down. SUVs being pulled as well, but they're going down very quickly. The bio units are going to be able to crash through the rest of the Stalkers, so it looks like Strelok is going to hold for the time being.
Yeah.
Wow, actually, MC took quite a loss there. Strelok holding a little bit better than I had anticipated. Worker count is about equal between the 2 players, but Strelok's going to have those meals, so we should be able to even up those economic losses.
Strelok handled that really well, actually. I mean, pulling those SCVs and bringing them in from behind is great. One of the little hidden bonuses of doing that a lot of people miss is that it actually distracts the Stalkers from shooting at the units that actually do damage. If you kind of go back and watch that fight sometime, a lot of the Stalkers in the back turned around and started shooting at the SCVs, which made it easier for the Marines and Marauders of Strelok to clean that up. So nice move bringing those around from behind. That was a nice little tactical decision by him.
It looks like Strelok going to push his way out to the middle of the map, at the very least taking out these forward pylons, which is very nice. But we have a game on our hands, certainly. Strelok's still up by 10 supply. He is backed by 8 workers, but like I said, he has a couple of mules coming down on the ground, so the economic rates are actually pretty consistent between the two players. A little bit less of a gas intake for Strelok, as he doesn't need all that much with a lot of his upgrades already in place. And here we have it, a pretty big drop going on in MC's main, taking out a number of probes. Looks like he's going to run right through the front as well with a pretty good force.
Yeah, all the stalkers pulled back to worry about the drop in the main. That's still a lot of zealots and sentries there, though. Oh, an MC with some nice force fields, but look at that micro by Strelok, picking up the bio, not losing a single unit there with that.
Very, very nice.
Strelok came to win this match, man.
Yeah, certainly. Doesn't want to go down anymore. And looks like we do have Templar Archives being added to the mix as well for MC, so we'll be able to tech up here in just a second, even moving into Charge Lot Archon or something along those lines after he finishes a blink for those remaining stalkers that are on the field as well. There's Storm, so he's going to have that in the mix. And Strelok, though, he's still going to be able to pressure quite a bit. A lot of reinforcements coming in for him still.
Well, both of these guys are doing really well. I mean, MC did that early push, pressured his opponent. He handled the drop and the attack at his natural so beautifully. Strelok, on the other hand, didn't lose any more than he needed to. He's gotten a lot of medevacs out, a lot of bio, and he's getting that map control as well against MC, using his position with the spawn locations. So yeah, both of these guys playing really well at this point.
Yeah, you know, MC was even prepared for drops before that first one ended up coming in. He had all the stalkers sitting down over here, but had no vision along the very right-hand side of the map, and Strelok was able to completely bypass those forces. So still making it work, even though when MC was a little bit prepared for that. Must be frustrating for MC.
Yeah, 1-1 right now for Strelok's bio. No armory yet, so 2-2 is going to be a little bit slower here.
Ooh, the fake drop coming in from Strelok. He's just going to move up a medevac and try and draw some stalkers away, but the stalkers don't budge.
You can do some scouting too with that too. It's kind of fun.
Yes, indeed. The stalker's not going anywhere, and Strelok is just going to have to force his way up the ramp here in a second.
Is he going to just run up and cancel this third?
Yeah,
looks like he is.
And that's going to have to get canceled quick. It is just at the last second. That was actually the last shot that needed to come down. And there are a bunch of Templar in the mix, but they don't have Storm quite yet. Or a couple of them do, I apologize. I just checked the one in front first. Doesn't quite have enough energy, but the other ones do. We may have a big engagement on our hands.
Uh-oh, the medevac's a little bit out of position, but Strelok pulls back just in time. He has the high ground right now, is also able to take out the rocks to make another path for his units to come in later in the match. It's a nice little move there, but his units are kind of trapped here. MC could take advantage of this.
And let's see if Strelok decides to swing it behind. It looks like he is. Let's see if he pulls those forces back for MC. However, MC still did kill quite a few reinforcements. Here it comes.
Yep, Strelok going right into the natural. MC's the one out of position this time. Oh, and he could just lose this Nexus, too.
Yeah, that would actually be really bad for MC. No, he's going to move up to the high ground, so he has a lot better engagement here. He's able to attack so many Zealots at the same time. Storm's finally going down on the high ground, forcing those units back. But Strelok has already done quite a bit of damage, but those Zealots are so resilient, even without any upgrades.
Well, by getting the high ground, he's really minimized the damage that the Zealots can do in this fight. Even with that, though, I think it's going to be enough. And Strelok, though, he should be able to pick up some of these units. Blink on the high ground.
Oh, God, so many units went down there. Strelok was actually carrying about a 25 supply advantage, and it just disappeared.
Yeah. Wow, only one medevac escaping out of all of that, and MC has taken a pretty big lead in this game here.
And let's see here, MC going to make his way down, warped at a few units. Unfortunately, those are going to fall. However, Strelok has taken the gold. He has that up. He has that established. So his economy is actually going to look very good, mining at about 30% better rate than his opponent at the moment.
Strelok has a lot of, well, he's got a lot of barracks as well, so he's going to be able to replace that bio very quickly. I don't know how long this gold base is going to last, though. We'll have to see how much pressure MC can put on him. He's got some stalkers on the high ground right now, doing some damage here, and Strelok may need to move this gold base. Yeah, looks like
he's dropping, though. He's dropping into MC's main.
Oh, there's the drop. 2 medevacs worth of units here, and what is Strelok going to do with it? Looks like first he's going to lose his gold base.
Yeah, he is. There's no chance of saving that with the stalkers. That's going to completely fall. However, looks like MC may lose his main. No! Oh, God! A couple of feedbacks could go down. They do. Not enough energy left on those to completely take those out. So Strelok still will be able to drop with those forces, but MC killing that third is really big, as he has a significant economic advantage.
Now, the big reason to do drops like that at this point of the game is to try to kill those really important tech buildings that Protoss has, like the Templar Archives and things like that. But as you can see, MC being smart about it, not putting those in his main where they can get dropped and killed easily. So that drop for Strelok not really doing a whole lot.
Right.
And now it's 3 base to 2 base. And Strelok, despite having a slight supply advantage, is going to need to play this next part very carefully.
Another feedback goes down, so that drop is cleaned up. Take a look at the workers. Tab MC up by 11 workers overall, even after that harassment. So still in a very, very good position. It's now completely equalized the supply between the two players and has to defend this one big attack coming out. And then MC is actually going to pull a critical advantage. A lot of Templar in that mix as well. We'll see how good the EMPs are going to be. MC going to force the engagement moving out.
Oh, no. The Ghost getting caught out of position. They do get a couple EMPs off, but didn't go as well as it could have here. Strelok moving in with a big army anyway.
Oh,
storms.
God.
Look at all the storms. Wow.
Ooh, that is some serious damage right away. MC could drop in some more units from the high ground as well. He's got a lot more Templar with this. I expect some more storms here momentarily. We're going to see them. Yeah, there they are.
All the bio is so low.
Oh.
Those storms just saved MC right there. Nice EMP taking out the energy of the Templar, but it's too little too late maybe. We'll see some Archons on the way, some more Zealots warped in, and I think MC is going to hold just fine.
Yeah, absolutely. These Archons are going to clean up the rest of these bio forces. MC now up by over 30 supply. That's actually rapidly increasing.
GG.
There's a GG. MC complete. It's the comeback that was unbelievable.
Yeah, MC played really well that game. He had to deal with a lot of pressure from Strelok, but again, MC is playing better today than we've seen in a long time.
Yeah, he has not dropped a game in pool play yet, even when all hope seemed lost right there. So
he's undefeated.